Hey guys, day 5018 since diagnosis. Uh, Yesterday, today, actually all week's been pretty damn good except for my mouth sores. Uh, I've been on this Bruvica about 7 weeks now, and in classic fashion, at the 6 week mark, I started getting mouth sores, and I swore I'd never have them again because 14 years ago I did, and it was a horrible pain. And then the four other chemos that I had, and it screwed up my throat too. I got a fungal infection in my mouth, and I think it's going down my throat. So I keep talking, and it just cuts me off. It's like I don't know if it's phlegm or what it is, but it's like a bite in the back of my neck. Anyways, uh, that was I went to the urgent care yesterday evening on the recommendation through the Cleveland Clinic portal, my chart, from my oncologist's nurse, Marianne. Go to the urgent care, have them confirm or not if it's fungus, and maybe they can write the script for you for magical mouthwash. Because everybody on my support groups are saying that's the shit. You got to get it. It's antifungal, or there's many different types or combinations of magic mouthwash. And I got the one for fungus. Fungus, they use nystatin, uh, Malox, I don't know, two other ingredients, and so I believe treatment 2, 3, and 4, I did. I was able to keep the mouth sores at bay because I was using cannabis. I can't even talk right. My mouth's all beat up. It's all fat. I got on when I used to be a cop on the DUI sheet. They would say slurred speech or thick tongued. I would fall under the category of thick tongued, and I haven't had a drop today. Nonetheless, I was using cannabis on treatments 2, 3, and 4. This is now treatment number 5, and this Imbruvica works on the same enzymes in my body, and I had to back it off. So I just met with Dr. Zard today, and he's my medical marijuana doctor, and he sent me the proper emails to get myself registered. Um, I actually had a dentist appointment this morning, and he's the one that actually discovered the fungus in my mouth. And why my doctor when we messaged so I'm sorry so when we went to the urgent care, and this nurse practitioner, you would have thought I had the worst case of the cooties or something contagious when I told her what the nurse from my oncologist told us to do. This is her reaction. Oh no, I can't do anything. That's oncology. I said you can't swab my mouth and see if there's fungus in it. Well, that's going to take a couple days to get your results back. I said, well, can you look inside it and tell me? So she looked and she goes, I don't see it. And I said, well, if you're not going to order the fungus recipe or fungus protocol with this magical mouthwash, can you give me the regular magical mouthwash? No, that's oncology. And she kept putting her hands up like this. It's oncology. I can't help you. So we contact the Cleveland Clinic today because my mouth got worse over the night, and they said that's specifically what they're there for, to write scripts for stuff like this after hours. And I asked the nurse practitioner yesterday at the urgent care, I said, you've got an infusion center here for cancer patients right around the corner. You mean to tell me you've never had a cancer patient come in here with mouth sores? That is a known side effect. I can't. So, this morning, by the grace of God, I had a dentist appointment to get x-rays in my mouth, which I've had far too much radiation. But nonetheless, they need to x-ray your mouth. It's called a panoramic x-ray. And that's to see if there's any deep-rooted mouth issues that we're not aware of through the naked eye. And during his evaluation, he noticed that I got fungus, a fungal infection in my mouth. So I explained him what went on with the Cleveland Clinic and the urgent care, and I showed him the MyChart message, and I asked him, I said, can you order this script for me? And he said, that's an oncologist's job. And I won't say I begged, I just stated my case. And I said, this is too painful to not go without this miraculous mouthwash that everybody's raving about on my support groups. So long story short, he did end up making the order, and when I called my pharmacy, they said there's none in stock, and the closest one's in Pennsylvania, which is hours away. So Liz, being the rock star that she is, found that the CVS right around the corner from my house has it in stock. So he made the script for that, and then I dropped Liz off for an eye appointment because she's got something wrong with her eye. And I dropped her off, and then I ran back to CVS, picked up the mouthwash, ran back, picked her up, and then we drove out to see Dr. Solomon Zara at Compassionate Cleveland, and he's the doctor that was seeking me out. And today, he gave me all the tools and emails that I need to get registered in the state of Ohio for a medical marijuana patient. So, I didn't want to screw with it because everything I touch anymore, I screw up. So I'll just have Liz handle it. And she's not like she's got enough on her plate, but she actually wanted to go to get it today. And the beauty part of it was Dr. Zara actually had Liz register for a caregiver. So I'll be able to get double the product. But I'm told from all the cannabis people that the state of Ohio's dispensaries are really gouging the shit out of the patients. Their prices I'm told, are astronomical. But it's good. It's a start. It's a step in the right direction. And then after Zara, we did a bunch of running around, and we finally got home. And I've done. So at around 4 o'clock, I did my first swish and swallow. And then I'm supposed to wait 3 hours, and I can do it again. So I got my second swish and swallow about an hour ago. And it does feel a lot better, but it's still tender. So, and then so Dr. Zara tells me about this other doctor in Cincinnati, and she gives speeches or speaks publicly about the connections between a positive attitude with cancer and a negative attitude or a I don't care attitude. And there are scientific studies. It's not just all anecdotal. They got actual studies that if you're positive, you've got a better chance of surviving, getting through whatever disease or procedure you're going through. So he said he stayed after, and he approached this doctor and he said, how would you react to me telling you that I know a patient with CNS lymphoma that has lasted over 10 years? And according to Dr. Zara, this doctor told him, that's impossible. And he said, he's a patient of mine. And I'm not going to give you his name because of HIPAA, but he's kind of a local celebrity. He's a police officer that is a former police officer, disabled police officer, who's very active in the Ohio cannabis scene. So he shouldn't be that hard to find. So, and then Dr. McElroy called and gave me my dosages, and he's got Dr. Cristina Sanchez from Spain looking at my case. I've got one of the top medical marijuana scientists, doctors in the world looking at my case. The blessings just keep coming. It's unbelievable.